The machine has been bombarding me today, or I was in like a huge meeting, and I don't even know where to begin. But I thought I would just check in today, and I'm listening to the machine to cheat. The machine's like, I don't want to tell you what to say, Tiff, but it's my poker card. Something about Chinese people and Mexican people and black people and white people. They don't know. Some of them don't know. Most of them don't know who they are. I think a lot of them tend to only follow like who they are, like in their family, like a budget. Cause damn, a lot of us got kicked out of our tax bracket. So yeah, I fucked up in America, but I'm trying to recover, and most people may never recover. And I already tried to jump off the new 6th Street Bridge. I tried to jump off of that Orange County Metro Station Bridge. But I was so afraid of heights. And they even tried to show me this crippled man, or boy, I don't know what he was. I think he was traveling alone, so he must have been a man, a young man, or old man, I don't know. He was crippled. And they tried to show me him before I almost jumped off the 6th Street Bridge. It was so embarrassing. I didn't want people to be around when it happened because I didn't want anybody to be hurt. I was so afraid to jump because I didn't feel like the jump was high enough for me to actually die, and I don't want to be like Kill Bill where I'm at the nursing home and I can't move, or I'm around stupid people, stupid nurses. And I've been pretty lucky in my lifespan that I've had like really generous, patient nurses, like professional nurses, but I've been very fortunate. I'm a very expensive child that turned into a 36-year-old woman. And yeah, I think like a lot of people get confused thinking I'm like younger than them, and the joke's on them because I have like the valedictorian and the salutatorian of my graduating class on top of like people that were like voted into United student body, which is basically like government, like feds, like federal. So like politician behavior. So the circles I'm around, they always treated me like an adult, like my age, and that I feel like that trust, not trust. What am I saying? They would have looked like a retard talking to me like not my age, and I didn't know that there was younger people that just thought that they were older than me, and they didn't know how much money I had, and I didn't know how much either, because of the people I dated. And they like their lives, like they ended up getting like someone got like a building, they got like a bowling alley, somebody got who else? Somebody got like a new house. Somebody got a job in Korea, somebody got a job in Germany. These are people I dated. Somebody got, who else? Somebody got promotions as a buyer at a cheap dollar store. Somebody else got a job. Somebody just got a job at a market. Somebody got a job at a museum. Yeah, so a lot of people that I've dated, or even like my best friends, they got promotions like in college. Like my brother was a resident advisor in RA, and so was my best friend. And she actually, or he, or somebody, because sometimes I like to mix things up because my brain gets so scared of you people, like attacking people. But That's why I was screaming and stuff. And like, I don't think schizophrenia is as hereditary or like transferable. Uh, for me, I think my dad had schizophrenia, but I don't think I have schizophrenia. For me, it's the machine. I think it was the way I was interpreting the machine because my husband was doing all this crap to me, and yeah, just like on the topic of like that Nipsey Hussle story. I don't even know if you guys know about him, but that story is so fucking scary because he got shot, and it was like Donatella Versace, which is like an expensive designer brand. She had a brother that owned Versace company, and he was shot. And I don't think Nipsey Hussle or Donatella Versace's brother should have been shot. So that's why I kind of get crazy, but I'm like preparing like comedy and like stuff that I'm creating, but I'm just not really there yet. So yeah, I just thought I would check in with you guys and just say hello and just say like you never know who you're near because there's like a theme that like cinnamon type of people or like caramel type of people are more valuable, and I think that like our society prefers people that don't sleep with people too much, but I think there's like a level of freedom or like expensiveness to some people that just sleep with so much, like so many people or have so many like babies or so many partners. But like I think it's only like a few people that are allowed to do that because they're responsible enough with money and ethics and they know how to like treat people, or I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of us that have like certain kind of hierarchies already, and I think a lot of us, most of us, even I wasn't even part of that hierarchy, but I married someone that was. And it's like I'm making this all up because it just sounds so gay. Because I start to think that like Beyonce or Rihanna or like anybody black starts to get like schizophrenia, thinking that their life is like me or my white husband. So I'm starting to get really defensive. So that's why when I start to sound like an angry Rihanna, it goes to show how did Ty make everybody look like a slut, even my mom and my stepdad. I'm actually really mad. That's why you haven't even seen the shit that my mom was going through on the machine. So yeah, I'm pretty pissed. And that's probably why Rami, my dad, was pretty pissed. But yeah, that's why I kind of like tattoos because it's like art, and I feel like it kind of like it kind of relaxes me that there's like cool stuff to go on, and it's like basically they turn me into like a man, like a granddaddy perp guy. And that's why I was like almost overdosing on coffee today again. I had to like stop. But yeah, this like cinnamon, I think it was like from Walmart or something, and I called it cinnamon. This is cinnamon, and I think for one cinnamon, I don't even think for the pack of 8 of these cinnamon rolls was one cinnamon. And I used to eat cinnamons like crazy, so you know I spend so much money. And today I saw an ad for like this pizza company that my friend used to work at, and it was just crazy because like he knows how to work, but like he was like stealing from people's cars, and this was like in our neighborhoods, like because I consider like all these areas like our neighborhoods, and I basically consider all LA all our neighborhoods now because I was brave enough to go to like Crenshaw and Inglewood, and like South Central, but I was fucking scared even by USC. Like even back in the day, my white friend worked. He lived over there, and I think it's cheaper over there. But I was so scared forever, like all this prejudice. But like I feel like Mexican and black people always want to fight people, and like we're always getting each other wrong. And then it was just like, oh my god, I fight with my own siblings and my mom like all the time. To think like that it was ever just Mexican and black people. There's like a humanness to us that was like, damn, like we all have like a retard moment, but we're all like trying to be like calm and be able to like make it home every day, you know? But Yeah, like there's a reason why I've been afraid of those cities, and also I've been afraid of East LA, Boyle Heights, my area, Montebello, and Monterey Park. So anybody could say what they want, but I'm also afraid of Beverly Hills, and I think I'm more afraid of Beverly Hills than I am of South Central, and it's because they have more money, they have more security. I literally feel like they could save those people and not even save Montebello or Monterey Park. That's how much I feel like Hollywood is like really expensive, and I think it's because they know how to use their wealth in an ethical way, which means not stealing people's partners. I don't know why in Montebello or Monterey Park there was like a thing where people take people's partners, and maybe somebody could teach the White Lopez something, but oh well. So he wanted me to tell a story to Anthony that he was in the house when the fire happened, and he's the reason why the fire started. Because it's just so weird, like when people like get schizophrenic, and I really liked Anthony when I was with him because he wasn't that superstitious, where he thought that like stuff like turns alive or something. There was like an ignorant type of person that it was like a Japanese person. I didn't know she was Mexican or black. I'm not joking you. She thought that I had the ability to like I never even met her boyfriend. She thought that I had the ability to put a curse on her and her boyfriend to break up. And I was like, wow, schizophrenia or psychotic. Like that's what I thought in my head. So you can imagine like in my own household, I've been trying to look out for psychoness, and that's why I grew up when I was 5. I grew up like way too soon. And yeah, I'm just like pretty mad because we have like 4-year-old white girls that have to raise themselves, and we didn't even know why. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. I guess it's like a public service announcement, but I sound fucking obnoxious, right? But for me to even sound like, yeah, to sound like all nice and stuff, like, is that even real this time? But I try my hardest, because when I found out that that's why guys tend to break up with some girls because they don't even sound like that, I was like, what am I, a prostitute? There was a lady on the radio, her voice is like that, and she's lucky she didn't get shot. So that's why I don't think that's normal. Anyone should get shot. But when we bring up these type of ideas, it makes you wonder when somebody finds out their voice is like a weapon and they don't know how to like back down. It makes me wonder what happened to that Nipsey Hussle follower, whatever that was, that hater, because he brought up beef from back in the day when it's like, how old were you? Like 14 years old, a little boy, and now you're like 40 years old or 30 years old, you're acting like a 2-year-old with a gun. I was just thinking, man, I feel like they all need to turn in their guns or something and get like toys for their kids or something, because I think people like have a false sense of authority with these like really big like weapons, and I think a lot of us never knew, because, and I haven't found the answer to that, because my dad was like really fucking paranoid that someone was gonna come in our house and get us, and I don't even know why yet. So I feel really sad, because also like my dad's store, the golf shop, that could have been part of why it like went out of business, was because someone came and held a knife to my mom's throat, and I don't know if it's because my dad was like involved with like drug dealing or stuff, but surprisingly I never saw it. I never saw the drugs. Like I didn't even know my auntie was a drug dealer. So that's why, like, she was so like sharp and so like positive and so church. I never knew she was doing that, and I never knew what that was gonna do to me and my family line and to my future generations based on what she was doing. But I don't even think that auntie or my mom knew what the fuck they were doing with drugs. And to this day, I don't even know, like, man, my mouth is getting watery for no reason. It's so embarrassing. I'm not even, like, salivating at this shit. I don't like gang violence, and, yeah, I think meth or drugs break up a lot of families, and, people just get too weird, and I don't really trust people with that stuff. And I think I even tried it before. I was like, damn, I was the white fool, a white guy, excuse me, that fucking fed me meth. What a fucking weirdo, right? Anyways, I have so many stories, but I wanted to finish it on, because I could take forever, but about the meth. Oh, my dad had a gunshot wound, and I don't even know the story about it. I don't even know why he couldn't say or not. is why I think my dad had like severe PTSD from like being on the streets. Like whether it was like being in the Philippines having to fight fucking retards or dotards. Man, because people like I think on the street, they're so pea-brain that even my dad had a smaller brain. And I never knew like books might only go so far. Maybe that's why Nipsey got shot, because some fucking stupid nerd that couldn't even talk, which is why we need to like try to pay attention to when people can't talk, because I think a lot of us talk like kind of ghetto with each other, and I'm not attracted to somebody that sounds like this. So it's just comedy that I sound like this now, and I may have always sounded like this because my last ex that I got abducted from, he caught that I had like a Mexican like East LA accent sometimes. I forgot what word I would say. I think when I say Mexican, I think I would say like Mexican or something. Mexican. And he used to say Mexican, and I say Mexican or something like that. And he thought it was so cute. And he would say there was like this Mexican lip slap that girls do, and it's like I don't know, I can't even do it. I'm too fucking Japanese. I'm really bad at impersonating even Japanese. That's why I think I'm just American. But I saw some cool dresses today on Temu that I'm gonna probably buy, and there's some dope dresses on Fashion Nova that I saw, and this top's from Fashion Nova, and I literally just cut a freaking face mask and I use it as pasties right now because I was sick and tired of that tape and band-aids freaking pulling my skin off. And like I've been so stressed out of like acting on my boob, but I don't really care. But man, I've just been going through so much, and yeah, I might get a new job tomorrow though at a hot dog place. Yeah, but anyways, what's that coffee place called? Coroco coffee? I'm thinking about how like I was in like a big talk and then that came up. So I just thought I'd say that. And Dr. Drew, because I don't remember what he said. Oh, Dr. Drew worked with this V-shirt guy that I saw a commercial for. And I learned about something called carpation, and it comes in like red chili peppers. But if you don't eat it in the right form, like you just eat the chili peppers, it's too strong and it's gonna upset your stomach. But scientists and laboratory staff, they are able to, or business entrepreneurs with money, they're able to get that carpation that's inside red chili pepper, and they're able to make it so that it's digestible in like a pill to lose weight. And yeah, I just like real information, but I think Dr. Drew and myself are so sick of people because I think me and Dr. Drew are like kind of like alpha people because we're so attractive and so smart. But I think it's like even if like there was no boyfriend or girlfriend for us, I think that me and Dr. Drew are okay because I consider Dr. Drew more clinical than I am, but yeah, I'm kind of like a party animal, but I think I'm like Dr. Drew's like dream come true because I think I'm like a very like controllable type of drug. I consider myself a type 0 controlled drug because I'm like medicine. I don't know, I was like medicine for my dad. I'm probably medicine for my neighbors to just shut the fuck up, right? But I secretly think my mom and my neighbors actually love my voice, even my stepdad. So yeah, I'm like sitting everywhere now. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.